For this presentation, I have consulted a study called Enterprise Data Breach Causes, Challenges, Prevention and Future Detections, which can be found on Google Scholar. There are many steps that can be taken to prevent the exposure of sensitive data. Firstly, a firewall can be used to help prevent unauthorized users from accessing an application, and an antivirus can be used to detect malware that steals confidential information before data is leaked. Other precautions include encrypting web pages that use sensitive data. However, the quality of the encryption matters. Encryption may have vulnerabilities such as weak ciphers, which can be exploited. Ciphers are used to encrypt and decrypt data. When encrypting data, data is input into one or more ciphers. The data is processed and changed into a format that is beyond recognition and is not human readable. The data is then output by the cipher in its encrypted format. To decrypt encrypted data is input in reversed order into reversed versions of the ciphers that were originally used to encrypt it. The data is then output in its original unencrypted format. Depending on the amount of security needed by an application, special forms of encryption may be used. These include perfect forward secrecy. This is a form of encryption that frequently changes the keys it uses to encrypt data. HTTP, strict transport security, or HSTS can also be used. This helps prevent against man-in-the-middle attacks. However, it should be noted that once HSTS is enabled in a web application, it cannot be disabled. Another precaution that can be taken is the classifying of data. If data is classified as sensitive, a developer is more aware of the fact that the data is sensitive and is less likely to mistakenly use the data on a page that is not encrypted, which would consequently expose the sensitive data. Data can also be exposed while transferring files or folders. To prevent this, controls can be applied, which can be used to permit or deny the transfer of files. The ability to deny the transfer of files makes it more difficult for an individual with immoral intentions from accessing the data stored in the files or folders. In order to be able to transfer the files or folders, they will need to be able to bypass the controls. It is a good practice to encrypt data at rest. Any other forms of encryption or controls applied during the transferring of data only assists in further securing the data, and in the event an individual illicitly accesses the data, if they are not able to decrypt the data is useless to them.